Good evening, everybody.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Welcome to Corn and Arthur's late night chat time. Hello, Corn. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Arthur?
I'm good. I'm having a good day. I'm having a really good day. I've had a good week, and I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a good night. So let's have fun tonight. Also, though, sorry, the guy moaning in the background of this song is really distracting me right now. It's so weird. Corn, please introduce our special guest this evening.
Yes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to
me
on
just
the
hold
right
on.
side.
Hold on, this music, I gotta tone it down. Okay, there
Tell
we
me
go.
when we're good.
We're good.
Okay.
It was so loud.
So on our right, we have a very beautiful woman. Her name is Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Say hi to everybody.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
She is going to be our special guest today, and we love
This was
Vanessa.
very
so-
last minute.
Literally, she just didn't leave, so we were like, okay, hey.
That's how you get on our podcast. You just have to
Yeah.
forcibly push yourself in.
Yeah, you just have to be like, yeah, I'm not leaving, and then we're like, okay.
Okay, well, it's you got to stay the whole hour now. You're strapped in.
Yep, you can't leave. You gotta.
Can I just like dip?
You could, but I just spent literally seconds changing the overlay to accommodate you. So
He
don't
spent
even.
so long.
Okay, well, yeah. So this is Corn and Arthur late night chat time. Hello. Hello's not part of the title. But
Wait, I thought it was.
we
This whole time.
It can be. I've already sent in the forms for the copyright and the trademark and everything, so I'd have
Do you
to.
think we could get that back quick enough?
Yeah, let me just call good old Don and have him send it back.
Call him right now. Right now, go. Call
Yeah,
him.
1 second.
Okay. We need to get this fixed right now.
Hey, my mom texted me. Do you work tomorrow?
Welcome back to Trouble in
Another video started playing, so that was awkward. I'm not gonna call Don because I don't like that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, we do this every Saturday night at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. What?
Wait.
Eastern Time?
10
And
o'clock
it's
Eastern. I should
7
know this.
o'clock.
That's my time.
Yeah, I was like, you literally live there. Yeah,
I live here, and I.
you dork. Yeah, so what is it, 7 over there, Van?
Yeah, 7
Wow.
PST.
You're like in last week already still.
It's still Friday for Vanessa. She's just like, oh.
Wish
Listen,
it was
numbers are hard.
Friday.
I feel like my camera's really off center. Oh, okay, so can we talk about the moose in the room? Can we just
Okay.
can I just have comments on this beautiful my hand's getting cut off. Beautiful moose over here.
You need to tell the story on why this happened because I want to know. I'm very curious.
So, I'm 56 years old. I can partake in adult beverages sometimes. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem is, so when they say drink responsibly, they don't, I mean, they mean don't drive and drink, right? Because that's horrible. But they also mean don't access your Amazon account at the same time. So I thought it'd be a good idea to buy this. I think it was $80 too.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You were just like, okay.
One
in
click
my
buy, bought it.
state.
It looks so much better in the footage here, like in the camera, but it is actually like it sticks 2 feet out, 2.5 feet out from the wall, and like it's like 3 feet wide. It is
Does it
huge.
scare you when you wake up? Like, do you just
Yeah.
look up, oh my god?
Because it comes out to almost like my mid stomach, like that's how far it sticks out. So I can just like look
Oh
up
my
and see it.
gosh.
It's very weird, but it looks hella cool.
It does look really cool, honestly.
It's
like,
really well made. It smells because it was like burnt using a laser or something out of the cardboard. It came like it was really really cool.
who hurt that moose?
I don't know, but
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
We're fighting for our moose rights.
I think it was responsibly raised though,
You think so?
and hunted and everything. Yeah.
I hope so. I really like, animals. That poor moose.
Well, it's actually it used to be a tree, but or recycled. I think it's actually 100% recycled. I have the box somewhere. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
ooh, look at you go.
Oh.
there I am.
hello.
Yeah, that's the story of the moose. I think it looks good there. I might have to find a new home for it because I think if it does fall off, it will most definitely give me a concussion or a bloody nose.
The
Yeah.
fact that your drunk self decided, oh, this is perfect, let's buy it.
It says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah,
it's
I think it's cool. I mean, it's easy to disassemble, so I can easily pack it somewhere. And maybe one day when I have a house or something of my own, and I have a grand fireplace, I can. And the fireplace is made out of cardboard too, mind you. I'll put the cardboard moose above it.
So you just want to burn down your house. That's what you're
I'm
trying
about
to
to do it right now.
You know, that
Don't
would be
tempt
really
me.
cool if you just like burn that shit. You just like set it on fire. Okay, wait, no, don't really do it. Stop, Arthur.
I was just thinking about where my lighter is.
We're not doing this. We're not. We gotta think about Liddy.
Oh yeah, Lenny will be cool. You know what? Screw
Liddy will
Lenny.
help you burn it down. Liddy will just be like, okay, where's the lighter? I got you, bro.
That
Lenny.
cat, he wants to see the whole world burn.
He would burn you if he knew how to use his little paws.
Right? His new thing is every morning he comes into the kitchen while I'm like making coffee or whatever because the sun shines through the windows and he can see shadows that I cast. And so he loves watching them. And also sometimes like if I have my glasses on or if I'm using my phone, like the glare will shine around and it like freaks him out. But honestly, I think he likes looking at the shadows because he can see into the other realms and see like I think there's a spirit or some sort of demon
Demon.
like
A dead demon.
floating above my body at all times, like gently caressing my face, and I don't know.
I mean,
Oh, that's very interesting.
Do you guys
So
have any
we're
experience
comforting.
with that?
I personally haven't, but I have family members who have. My
Which part, the caressing
cousin-
part or the ghost?
Both.
Ooh, lucky them.
No, but my cousin, he's my age, which I'm 20, and he when he was younger, he used to see ghosts. So like they were at some ice cream parlor and he just kept screaming about some man that was sitting at a table like next to them, and there was no man there, just no one there. So like his dad's like, okay, what the heck? So like he takes them all in the car and he drives them home, and he just turns around and starts screaming, he's following us with an axe. And his dad's just like, what is going on? So like they get home and his dad just, I don't even know, but like the reason why I think he can see ghosts is because he one time described our great aunt, which like we don't have pictures of her. My family only knows her by like visual memory, and they never told him what she looked like. He described her to a T. He knew like, what she looked like what outfits she would wear, like things like that. And he was like 3 years old.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Huh.
Nope. 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 That ain't
So
cool.
like yeah, so nowadays he it used to get really bad. He would like pray to a Bible every night. He wears like a cross, like, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad that I don't see these demons because I would poop my pants.
Yeah, that's horrifying. You like wake up in
Yeah.
the morning, you're all groggy, you walk into the bathroom and there's just a ghost taking a shit on in your bathroom.
I was gonna say you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, it's a demon. Then you're like, wait,
Oh yeah.
nice.
That's
You
where
gotta throw the whole
ectoplasm comes.
cousin away.
What?
What?
What'd
Would you
say?
say?
You gotta hold. You gotta throw the whole cousin away now.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's obviously broken. You need to return him and get a new one.
I mean, that man is throw him in the trash. Let's do it. Let's go right now. He lives in Jersey. We'll go just pick him up and throw him in the trash.
You have to get him and put him in a Hessian bag.
I hate you.
Zip tie it closed and throw him into the harbor. So I have a little bit of news to share. I don't know if you saw my tweets earlier today.
The one with the boxes? Or
The box of all my personal belongings from my store.
Yeah.
I actually got promoted, so I'm going to a new store.
Oh my god.
It's one of the busiest stores. I'll probably make a lot more money, so that's pretty cool. It was just really
I'm
sudden
so
though.
proud.
It was like every Saturday we have like a conference call for all the stores in the city, and I wasn't on it because I never get on it. I'm lazy. So, oh my god, if you're gonna post any kind of Paul Brother lyrics in my chat, I will ban you. That's just a warning, guys. So no, I was filling in at the news store that I'm going to yesterday because what the story is like the guy that normally works there actually had a really horrible heart issue thing go down,
Oh,
and he's going to be out
no.
for a really long time, and I'm still like shaken over that, like because he's a really awesome guy. So it's kind of like
Mm.
bittersweet, right? So
Yeah.
he's out, and I really miss that guy. He's awesome, and hopefully he's gonna have a speedy recovery. But I get to go there, which I wasn't even really like even considering the idea. And then when I
Mm.
was feeling, was that a leg? What was that? Anyway,
What the?
so while I was filling,
My
while
mom was in the room.
Your mom just
In the room.
walks through.
oh, that's hilarious.
Go on.
So while I was filling in that story yesterday, the district manager was like, "How would you feel about it?" And I was like, "There's no Wi-Fi here." Um, and it is really busy, so I'd actually like be busy doing my actual job more, which ends
instead of
up
just,
being normally more money, or should be
Yeah.
more money. So, and he's like, "Well, it's not a set in stone thing, so it could happen, it could not, so don't get your hopes up or anything." And then they just announced it on the call this morning before telling me, really, like for sure. And I was just like, "Okay, that's weird." So like literally today was my last day at my old store, and I had been at that store for about a year and a half now. So it's kind of weird.
Bittersweet.
Yeah. Very weird. Leaving my old assistant Angie, rip.
No.
Yeah, we were both kind of sad about it, but I don't know, it's one of those things like we worked together for what, a year and a half, a little over that maybe now. So we kind of have our ups and downs, and we fight like a married couple or brother and sister or
Mhm.
something, where you're just
Yeah.
around somebody so long, you just like, ugh, leave me alone. So but so it'd be nice, it'll be good for both of us to kind of mix it up and everything. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. There's a lot of anxiety associated with it too, which is always fun.
Do you know like any of the people that work there?
Yeah, I know them. Like, we go through a lot of trainings and stuff, so everybody from all the stores come together a lot, like at least once a month. So I see a lot of people, and
Okay.
yeah, I actually never met one of the ladies that works there. I've never actually met her. She's worked for the company like 6 months. She's a transfer from St. Louis market, but this is really
Okay.
boring business talk. I'm sorry, but
I'm interested.
it's
I don't
exciting.
care
It's
about
exciting
anything else.
in my real life stuff. So and it means more money. So maybe I can travel more.
VidCon?
I can't say for sure, but maybe.
Ooh, guys, if we go to VidCon, it's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's going down. I'm yelling timber.
no, but can you imagine? I think it'd be really funny though for like Van and I to just stand next to you. Like, if we ever meet Arthur, we have to take a picture and post it to
Yeah,
Twitter.
because by definition, you both are technically dwarves, right?
First of all, Vanessa's not. Vanessa is over 5 feet. Second of
I
all,
know.
I am not a dwarf. I have said this like 12 times.
Isn't it technically a midget?
Yeah, dwarfism is different than being
It's
a midget.
yeah,
but like,
getting congenital. Yeah.
I'm not small enough, okay? You have to be under 4'10", and I'm not. So I know you want me to be one. I mean, maybe if like my back starts to do this over time,
You need to
but
go and have whatever surgeries need to happen for you to be legally a midget before I meet you.
I'll just I don't even know what I'll
I
do,
think
but
it's
I'll
covered
find a
under
way.
insurance, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking to get smaller instead of taller. That's my life.
Being tall's it's okay. It's harder on your body for sure. Like my back's already
Yeah.
messed up, and I'm what 28 years, almost 20.
Ew. Ew.
No, but yeah, it hurts. It hurts being tall sometimes. And you can't bend over. You're farther from the ground. When you drop something, you're like, oh, okay, here's 60 calories that I have to burn to like squat down and pick something up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's just like we're both like on the extremities of height. So like I'm just barely a human and you're just double a human. So
Oh.
we like I get it in the sense of like having to like get things. Like I can't reach anything ever. So it's my job. The people at my job are so mean. They will always make me go get the things that are like on the top shelf that I can't reach.
And
So
then
like
they
I'll have
film
to
you
like
struggle.
jump. Yeah, they'll be like customers like, "Do you need help?" And I'm just like, "No, I got this." And I'm like jumping to reach stuff. Or like we had to change one of the signs the other day, so I had to get like the 12-foot tall ladder and climb all the way up. And
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like ready to like fall off because like I'm like 6 inches shorter than everyone there. So of course they make me, the tiny one, do it. They find it funny.
That's because you're the most talented one.
You're the best at climbing that ladder.
I just
Everyone
run
else
up it
would just
too.
fall off.
I run up it because I'm like, you know what? If I fall, I'm on the clock. So
Yeah, and workman's comp. They have to pay.
Yeah,
Normally, I
wait.
think legally it's like 60% of your income.
I work hourly. I don't have a salary. So how does that work?
It's an average usually,
Oh,
because that's how I am technically.
I'm just thinking about that, Shmoney. Now,
Well-
let's not. Before my job comes for me, go on. What else we got to?
No, so that's basically my week. I just I put out some YouTube videos. If anybody's seen those, me playing a really
Yes.
I like creative games.
Creative games are awesome.
So that's what I've been doing, where I can build and do things like that. um, but that
You
was
made
my
some really
week.
cool things.
Ah, thank you. I've
Like-
gotten some really cool feedback on that, and I'm kind of excited. I had fun editing it too, putting weird stuff in there, classic zoom ins and stuff, and
The
shrill. Monsieur Pomme de Terre hasn't come out yet. I believe that comes out tomorrow.
I'm excited
that's
for
the-
that one
That's the
because-
last episode of the run.
Me too. I'm excited because you sent me a Snapchat of what's going to be on that episode.
Yeah, it's very weird. Classic
And I'm
Arthur
so
stuff,
excited.
right?
Yeah, but I mean, if it wasn't classic Arthur, then why would you post it?
Right. Why would anybody watch it? I mean,
Yeah, no.
regardless, why would anybody watch it? But no, that's fun.
Because you're
And
funny?
I've been doing a little competition too in a game that you're currently addicted to. Do we want to talk?
Oh my God.
So really, the real reason Vanessa is here this week is not because she's a guest star, but because we wanted as many loved ones here as possible when we finally confront you and have an intervention, Corn. You are.
Don't do her like that.
You've been playing too much Minecraft.
You know what? You're not wrong.
It's become a problem. Your family, you're neglecting your family. You're neglecting some of your friends, just to play in a 16 by 16 voxel world. So, what do you have to say for yourself?
It's fun. Listen, okay, I never got to experience Minecraft as a kid, so like,
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I remember like back when I like first found it and started playing it, I was probably worse than you, to be honest. I was in college and I probably skipped classes just to sit around and like play. Like it was horrible. I mean,
Arthur.
okay, so wait. I didn't skip classes because I wanted to play Minecraft. I had other issues going on.
well, yeah, no,
yeah.
understandable.
Yeah, like it wasn't that, but that was like after I had like I don't want to get into it. But yeah, it was kind of like a coping mechanism. Anyway, so yeah, mental health, it's important. Go see a doctor if you feel weird.
Yes, guys, definitely.
Um
We don't want to get too into that, right?
but no, I don't. That's another episode.
Yeah, that's for another time when we're.
Let us know if you want us to get into some real heavy stuff like that, but I don't feel like it's fun.
No, but I mean, sometimes it is good to have discussions so people know they're not alone. But like,
Yeah.
only like, it just depends on what people want. Like, I'm not afraid to delve deep into the human mind.
Yeah, maybe if that's what people want, they can leave comments or send us emails. Because we have experiences with that kind of stuff. We could do an episode. We could just put like a warning on it, like warning.
Yeah.
This is a really heavy episode. But
Where we get super deep.
yeah. But that's been your week basically, right? You've been just on a Minecraft server nonstop for the last week.
Well,
Corn?
okay, no, I've been working. Okay, I worked like 20 hours this week, so
Oh,
don't act like I didn't do
Lord.
anything.
20
Oh, well,
hours.
yeah. I'm part time, okay? I'm so sorry
I
that we
know.
all can't find a full time job, Arthur. Don't freaking come for me, okay?
If you want to
But-
work where I work, I could probably get you on.
True.
We could talk about this
Ooh.
later. It's like literally it'd be such a lifestyle change because you'd have to work like 60 hours a week. It's horrible. Just
Oh,
the time
yeah.
commitment is annoying.
Yeah, and I
actual
I
work
don't
is
know if I
not.
even- Yeah,
Huh?
I don't even know if I could because I spend a lot of time babysitting. So
That's true. So really, you have like 2 part-time jobs.
Yeah, I help
Except you
help
don't
my
get paid
family.
for that.
No, I
Yeah,
don't get
but
no.
like I'm
I help
sure you
raise
get to
kids,
live
so-
there and you get to eat the food
Well,
that's
yeah,
provided.
like
So like
they're
you get room and board out of it. I would call that a payment. I have to pay
Room
for
and
that
board.
myself.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, I would much. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't want to work for it,
Mm.
especially if children were involved. Gross.
No, yeah, I think it's kind of like it's hard, especially with kids who deal with a lot of issues. So like
Mhm.
you have to be very patient, which sometimes is really hard to be, but like I know like I live home because my parents could not do it without me. Like
Mhm.
they're older, so like they're raising kids again for the first time. I mean, not the first time, for a second time. But yeah,
But I think there
no,
could be an argument to say that they're raising kids for the first time because raising kids now is so much different from raising kids even 10 years ago
Yep.
because of like things like technology and screen time. Like it's bizarre to even think about like what parents have to deal with nowadays versus like when I was a kid, my mom would be like, go outside and don't come back until it's 5.
yeah.
And like just don't go into the street and like just go out in the woods and do whatever. If you need help,
Mhm.
scream because we knew have cell phone,
Yeah.
like or we had our dog with us and it would like help or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And just like banish you.
basically, not really banish us, but like we wanted to go outside and play. Like we'd go beat the shit out of each other with sticks or whatever we did, climb trees or like, yeah, it was ridiculous.
I thought you said kind trees, and I was about to be like cancel. But no, yeah. Nowadays, I think Van and I grew up in more of the time period where technology was starting to form for like younger kids. So
Mhm.
like we grew up in both the time where like the VHSs were still around and CDs were still around, but like we also
But you
went
had
outside and
like
did
a cell
things.
phone in high school.
Yeah, well, I had a cell phone in like I had a flip phone in like middle school, but for like
But like you
in
were
case of-
capable of like text messaging because that was something that I didn't even get till like junior year of high school.
yeah,
Like it was kind of
because-
new for us.
Yeah, like the sidekick came out in middle school,
Oh,
so like
yeah.
that was the sidekick.
Mhm.
But that was when like
The one
texting
with, like, the
really
flip
first.
screen.
But like we couldn't use internet because you remember internet was so expensive. You opened it and then you like
Yeah,
started crying because your
yeah.
parents were gonna beat your butt.
Exactly.
Like, so like yeah, we definitely grew up in that period, like that transition period. But nowadays these kids are brought up at like 2-3 years old, having iPads and playing iPads and not wanting to go outside because they have like PS4s and everything.
hmm
And it's like, I mean, it's a good and a bad thing because you have those kids who, you know, are socially awkward, very anxious, like don't know how to make friends. So they have this other world, but like nobody's doing things. So
Yeah, I mean, even as like a kid, I kind of had that too. Like I got like video games and I played them all the time. But
Mhm.
honestly, like in like 3rd or 4th grade-ish, around there, 3rd grade, 2nd to 3rd grade, I got a Game Boy and Pokemon Red, the original Pokemon game. And
Mhm.
honestly, that game probably helped my reading comprehension and like my reading speed so much. Like people talk about like video games like but honestly, I read so much faster and I got so much better at reading because of that game. Like you just had to read. You had to know like what was going on, even though some of the translations were really weird. But no, but like at the same time, like I think that was beneficial for me. But
Mhm.
like in middle school, I was obsessed with Animal Crossing. I mean, I still am, but I would be so distracted at like school, like wanting to like go home and play it. Be like, I haven't checked my mail today. I need to go home and fish. I know today is like the certain festival that somebody's in town, and I need to go home and do it. Like, which probably prevented me from doing like extracurriculars because I wanted to go home and but whatever.
Good
There's
and-
an argument on
good
both
and
sides.
downsides. Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely.
So that's been your week. What's been going on with you, Van? What's your week been like? You're
I love how
almost
you
in
were
the
just
same boat.
roasting her like about all this Minecraft playing, and I've been doing the exact same
I was
thing.
gonna
She's
say-
been
so-
playing with me.
Yeah,
like,
literally,
you
like-
came for me, and she's been.
You're an easier target, and I'm more used to roasting you, Corn.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know what?
yeah, you guys have
Jerk.
been playing. I mean, to be honest, I've been playing it too.
Yeah, like you can't even come for us because you've been on the same server.
But I blame
so-
you guys. You guys were like, you peer pressured me.
No, we didn't.
Did we really though?
Yeah, you were gateway. You were like gateway friends. You know, like the friends are like, "Hey, we're all smoking ciggies. You want to smoke?" And I'm like,
Cig-
"No, not today, thank you." And then like the next day, you're like, "We're smoking ciggies, but twice as many today." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll just have half a cigarette." This is a weird analogy. I'm sorry. I don't think that's how it works.
Cigarettes in Minecraft. Okay.
There is definitely a mod for that.
We need to find it. I want to see our Minecraft
No.
characters smoking cigs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, no. Can we talk about the fact that my character's a furry?
No, that is one thing on this podcast, Corn. When we started it, I said we can talk about whatever, but we don't talk about furries.
Listen, okay? No, because I was playing on that server and my shift key, as I was going to fill in a block of lava, unstuck and I fell in and I died. Which, funnily enough, I didn't freak out over that as much as the other time where I was gonna die in a ravine. But
She's like, okay, I guess I died.
yeah, I literally, and then the other night I was like screaming like, Vanessa, come help me! I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, because I was going over a bridge and a skeleton shot me off, and then I fell, had like 3 hearts, and then there was a skeleton and a zombie, and I'm just like, I'm gonna die, and I like started getting anxious over this. I literally was getting
Well, the thing
anxiety.
is, I don't know if you said it. It's a hardcore server, so when you die,
hard-
your
yeah.
character is banned. Like you can't get back
Yeah.
on with that account. So yeah, we've been playing on our friend's account or our friend's server, and it's pretty funny.
Is he our friend?
Friend.
I mean, I kind of consider him my friend. I don't
I'm
know.
kidding. He
We haven't-
is my friend. I'm
We
joking.
haven't hung out in a while.
We don't know him.
No, but yeah, no, I understand that though, because like even now when I'm playing on a different server because they're doing this competition thing, so I'm like entering some like creativity stuff. But I'm more conscious about what's around me. Like I have like hostile mobs turned up in my ears, so like if I hear something, I can like easily block it or run away or. But it's not that way. It's just a normal server, so like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now because you're playing hardcore, you're like,
Yeah, and I always have food on me, and it's like it's really stressful, but it's actually I think it's almost more fun that way.
yeah, no, it's
Mhm.
way more fun than if it was like a regular server because it gives you more like an adrenaline rush almost. Like
Mhm.
you're just like, oh no, I can't die, I can't die, I can't die. Like,
And it almost keeps other people more at bay too, so they don't like because they're more afraid of dying too. I have like
Mhm.
17 Minecraft accounts, so it doesn't really affect me if I do die. But actually, I did
oh
my
no,
my original character did die. I forgot about that.
he did, and then you
I
were
don't
like,
remember how though. Oh, he fell in lava, didn't?
Yeah, because
because the zombie hit you into it,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you gave him a grave,
Mhm.
the beautiful grave. Also, your sacrifice room.
We're not talking about
I
that.
actually haven't seen that.
We're not talking
What
about
does it
that.
look like?
That's important
Describe
later
it.
on.
No, describe it.
Okay, Corn, you can explain it.
It's just a sacrifice room. That's all I know. But it was beautiful. I just wanted to say that I loved it. And scared the poop out of me when I went in it. I thought it was booby trapped and you were setting me up. I swear to God, that's why I didn't
No,
want to go.
I haven't set any traps in that game.
Okay, but someone is setting traps and someone died today because they set some redstone trap, I guess, and people keep taking our stuff, so I'm about to grief that entire server if they don't stop. I'm not kidding. Like, Van and I were talking, and if y'all don't stop, if you're watching this and you take our stuff, we're gonna come for you.
We're gonna
Like, I'm
come
not
for
kidding.
you. Okay. Not that Minecraft isn't the most intrepid and like just interesting thing for us to talk about. Last week, if you remember, we started a new segment where I stop in at the local convenience store and get a product that Corn has suggested or told me to try to find the closest thing possible. Well, I had never really heard of this. I think I'd seen it, but I didn't really know it was such a like a widespread thing. Like it was an actual like brand. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it
I live
is.
in the Midwest, so things get here slow. But you told me to get Takis Fuego.
I completely forgot about this, and I
I
have
did.
some right next to me.
Are these good?
Show us,
Like, are these
show
really?
us,
Do you really
show
have
us.
some?
I
Holy crap! It's the same size bag and everything. So okay, are these gonna be really spicy?
I mean,
I guess it depends on your spice
I'm
level.
like white as hell if you can't tell. Okay,
I'm
so
excited for
sniff
this.
test. They do smell. I got some powder in my nose.
Does that burn?
what kind of
Does that
powder?
burn?
Don't talk.
Yeah, no, we can't talk about this on camera. Oh, hello.
My light battery shut off, so now we're just gonna use the light of my monitor. Okay. So it appears to be like a twirled up like tortilla thing. What is it made out of?
Never had them. I've just heard
It's
about
it's
them.
masa. It's made out of masa flour.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is corn.
Yeah, it's corn. Actually, it's ground up corn into a powder.
And then water's added.
Yeah, this is actually palm oil or canola or soybean.
Excuse me.
Okay, so fuego means literally fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and takis means tacos. Okay. What does it mean? Is it just a brand? I don't think it's a real thing.
There's like no name.
Hot chili
think it just
pepper and
means-
lime tortilla chips. They're artificially flavored. Okay.
Watch this not even be spicy to him.
It definitely is spicy, but I think it's one of those things where like once I eat this whole bag, I'll be like beet red and sweating, and like fire snakes will be coming out of me. But just like one wasn't bad. They're actually, I really like these. These are good.
I heard that they were spicy, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna make.
2 is really spicy. You probably see me turning red already. Let's try
Just
3.
shove a bunch. Yeah, I was gonna say shove a bunch in your mouth.
You have to vamp while I do it, okay?
So you know, this man named Arthur over there, he's eating some Takis. Those good Takis. His face is he looks uncomfortable, and his face turned a little red. He might need to go get some milk and chug it. I don't know what he's going to do.
Those are really
Yeah.
good. I like those.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
How spicy level? What would you rate it?
Whew. They're not painful. They're
Okay.
I would kick. So one of my favorite spicy snacks is jalapeno and cheddar Cheetos.
I've never had those.
They stain my mouth red.
Say jalapeno.
Jalapeno. Why did I say jalapeno? Did I say
Okay.
jalapeno? Jalapeno? Jalapeno. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Jalapeno cheddar. Cheetos. I would put those like a step above them. So like those Cheetos are probably like a 6 on my scale, and those would be like a 7.
Okay. So like you're
Mhm.
not dead on the floor, but you're like, oh, gives you a good kick.
Yeah, like I'm getting my head's warm right now. And my face.
Next week I need to try them.
Yeah,
'Cause I've never had them, and I've seen them all the time. I've just never bought.
they're good. I really like them. I'm gonna eat the rest of that bag.
We should do that where you try something one week and then I try, like you get something for the next week, but I try what you tried last week.
We can. Yeah, we can do that.
Talking
you ha-
about it on stream.
Do you have Slim Jim? What did I try last? Bacon jerky?
Maybe. I would have to look. I don't know. I know we have Slim Jims here. I live in New York.
Okay,
Like
I'm taking a drink now. I put it off, but yeah.
he needs that. He needs that drink.
It's
You
too
good?
spicy.
It's
Van,
kind of
what do you rate
thematic.
them?
I may have.
Out of 10,
Yeah.
3. I don't
What do you consider spicy, Van? Now I'm curious.
spicy. My mom's hot sauce.
Ooh. Van, if we go to VidCon,
Is
you're
it
gonna
like
have to bring
super
us some of that.
authentic, like really good stuff? Can you
I mean,
mail me like a jar of
yeah.
it?
I don't eat it because
It's too spicy.
I don't.
It's just too much for you. You're like,
I kind of want to try it now.
Van, okay, listen. If we all go to VidCon, Van's gonna have to bring down a jar from.
We'll make a
from
video of
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll literally just I'll go live on Twitter as you try it, Arthur.
You'll see a grown man cry.
Just
Oh my
like
God.
tears falling down your face.
So I would actually give the texture a good 8 out of 10 for Takis. The flavor I would give a good 7 out of 10 as well.
Mhm.
That's high praise, by the way. I'm a trained culinary expert.
Yeah, I was gonna say for
Kind
you
of.
to be giving it something that high when like I've seen things you've cooked, I'm like, oh, okay, that like means something, you know?
And I think overall they're a good 7 out of 10. I think they're great. Good suggestion, even though you had no idea what they taste like corn.
No, I just heard that they were spicy, so I wanted you to try something spicy.
They had other flavors too, which I thought about grabbing, but you know, I'm trying to be like healthy and stuff. But I will eat the rest of these, even though there's only 600 calories in the whole bag, so I could split
That's
that
not
up
that
into a few
bad.
days and
Yeah.
or eat them all tonight. And then like my nose
Run
is
it off
running
at
though,
the gym
so
tomorrow.
clearing me out.
That's good. That's
Probably
what I
will clear
love
me
about
out the
spicy
other way.
things.
Yeah.
Really? I actually hate that about spicy things.
That it makes your nose run and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't make my nose run. It just clears my nose up.
Yeah, like I'm a dweeb and I always have like sinus things. So like if anything
Yeah.
like breaks up and like opens my air passages, then I'm good.
Yeah, same. Like my nose is always clogged, and I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah.
nice. This is great.
So that's Takis. Fuego flavored. Fuego.
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 What am I going to get next week? Let's let Van pick.
Yeah,
Oh,
Vanessa, you
no,
have to
no,
pick.
I'm not a good picker.
So
Picker.
something that you would
Chooser?
think would be a picker, chooser, whatever, loser. Whatever you think would be at like a convenience store.
I don't like this pressure. Corn, you go. Say something.
Something.
Okay, so let me remind you how this store works. It is like a convenience store that would be attached to a gas station, but there is no gas station, and there's a
Oh.
deli counter.
I was gonna say if you're going to 7-Eleven, then I was gonna say to do like a mixture of Slurpees.
No, this is the Midwest. We don't have 7-Elevens. We have Quick Trip. You guys don't know what Quick Trip is, but
What?
it is Midwest culture. It is incredible. They have the
Does
rollers.
it have,
They
like,
have
Slurpees?
yeah, they probably do. They have everything.
So then you should get a mixture of every Slurpee.
So now I have to
they
go to
have.
Quick Trip instead of the normal. I feel like I'm betraying the segment if I don't go to this really bizarre.
Well, okay, what kind of things do they have there that, like, let's say they would, like, Quick Trip would have? What would they not have there? So I have like an idea of.
They don't
what.
have like warm food like on rollers or anything like
Okay.
that, and they don't have like it's more like a small store. They don't have like dispensers or anything like soda dispensers.
Oh, okay. You should get a really weird candy.
The weirdest candy I
some
can
sort.
find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I
The
can do that.
weirdest.
I can do that.
Okay.
They have baked goods and stuff too, which I have always like looked at and like I don't know because it's like wrapped in like plastic wrap. So I'm like I don't know if I trust it. You know,
Yeah,
it'd
yeah.
have been
that
laced with a
sounds-
weed or something, and I would have
A
known,
weed?
and then I
a
would have
singular
died.
weed.
Yeah,
Is it
Oh,
a weed
yes.
or two weed?
a weed.
Multiple
Okay.
weed?
No, just one or a few weed.
But isn't that what multiple means?
It depends
Wait.
on your definition and who's defining it.
Oh,
What are you looking
sorry. I have to plug in my charger. I thought it was plugged in. I guess my butt like moved it.
at? Gross.
We all have butts, Arthur. Okay, it's not like I'm like saying anything.
I
weird.
don't. I don't have a butt.
So wait, how do you poop? Oh my god, why? Are you
That is
like this?
technically something that happens if you have a GI blockage. It will actually start backing up, and you can start vomiting feces. So, that is the convenience
Oh
store segment of the podcast.
You're just gonna move on with?
Yeah, we just
what?
move on. It's a real thing.
How do you know this?
I know somebody in my life that happened to. Not like super well, but yes.
I'm actually about to like cry thinking about that. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's really bad because you get like septic and stuff and like yeah.
Ugh. Sorry. I
It's
hate
disgusting.
Ugh.
Moving on.
Disgusting.
I'm just thinking about it.
So we got a few emails, and I'm just gonna go through them real quick. How's that sound?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, and feel free, Vanessa, if you want to respond to some of these. They're to us, not necessarily just me and Corn, since you're our guest. This says "read" in the subject line, and that's very demanding and kind of bossy to me. Miriam. Hi, I'm Miriam, and I'm bored, and it's 2 a.m. Run-on sentence. So I'm sending this email to tell you hi, and you're flipping great. She thinks we're flipping great. Thank you,
So
Miriam. I'm glad that
nice.
you sent us an email at 2 a.m., and I'm glad you were listening to this at 2 a.m. Also, I'm kind of sorry if you were trying to fall asleep and then you had to listen to us talk, and then maybe
Yeah,
that
that
affected your
was-
dreams. Because remember last night when we were talking about what instrument that one thing was called, and now I don't even remember what it was called?
Yes.
I had a dream
No.
last night that I was back in band class in high school. And like it was really weird. It was a very weird like REM sleep, and it became what's it called when you kind of control your dream a little bit?
Lucid?
Lucid, yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird. Got kind of anyway. So delete that. Rebecca says a weird emoji. I don't know how to. It's like a face with like its arms like this.
Okay.
It's an emoticon. It's not an emoji, so it's using symbols. Hello, do you like rainbows?
Yeah. Wait. We're literally like the epitome of rainbows, I think.
Hell yeah. I love
Hell yeah.
rainbows. I
They're
wish
so
everything was
cute.
rainbow colored.
Can
Oh,
you
so
imagine if
those are
humans
cool.
were rainbow colored?
Oh, man, that'd be kind of weird.
No, it'd be cool. Don't say that.
It would be cool. Yeah, I guess it's
Mhm.
cool like people with like skin pigment issues or like birthmarks that are like I always think they're really interesting.
Hmm.
It's like because like I don't know, cuz we're so like wired to think that people that have like weird skin markings or something are different, but it's like to me I always find it really interesting. And those
Mhm.
people tend to be really well adjusted like cool people in general because they've like had to deal with that difference. I don't know. The people
Yeah.
that basically what I'm saying is white people suck. Cuz they don't have to deal with having to overcome right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have privilege. Anyway, that's another episode too. Let
That's
us know if you want
an-
us to go into white privilege and how stupid that is.
Oh yeah, no, because we will go off on it.
Yeah.
Arthur and I are two of the most people.
Anyway,
Yep.
Okay, this is from Aki, AKI. I'm so sorry. Your name.
Your name?
I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I'm nervous, and I thought it would be a good idea to talk and try coming out of my shell. I probably typed too much. Sorry. Anyways, I hope that you had a wonderful day.
Aww.
Don't be nervous. We're all friends here. You can send us
Yeah.
literally whatever. We might not read it if it's super inappropriate on stream, but we definitely do read all these. So they actually sent us a really cute little robot picture. I'm not gonna delete that from the mailbox. It's nice. We'll save that one.
Sweet.
I'll save that.
Yeah,
We'll star that one. That's a good one.
that's cute.
This is from Crispy Fries, who made our banner and our logo and stuff.
Crispy fries is so great.
Yeah, they're cool. What's her actual name? Is it Sam?
Watch
that's
watch it be really off.
Anyway, it's it just says, "What's up? It's me again." The title is Scree. I don't have any weird religious things to talk about this time. Just hope that you guys had a great day. They spelled great with it 8. The religious thing that they're referring to, if you didn't hear that episode, I believe they were talking about wanting their mom to convert to their Shrek religion or something.
Yes, that was so great.
It's good. It's good. This one says, "I want some food," from I believe it's Megan. You didn't sign it. Please sign these emails.
Yeah, we want
Put
to
your Twitter
know.
handles in them too, so I can, whatever, do with something with that. So if we see you on Twitter, we know it's you.
Yeah.
My friendo introduced you to me. Wow, you two to me. Sorry, I skipped a 2, but it was spelled differently. I'm also currently sending this picture of some people I know because I'm bored. Anyways, have a nice day. And it's just like a little weird drawing. It's not weird. It's like a little, yeah, cutesy little. I guess I could put these in the Discord. Nope,
Yeah,
it won't
show
let me.
us.
It won't let me just drag and drop. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's stupid.
But it's like a little emoji face going. Um,
So cute.
if you think about it, what do you think is really in the mirror? Like, if you put a mirror in front of a mirror, what do you think is in the endless corridor? Well, let's talk about this. So eventually the light will disperse that's being reflected back and forth between the mirrors, and eventually it'll be dark. Because mirrors are just highly reflective surfaces that reflect light that's bouncing off your skin if you're looking into
Okay.
it.
Use your imagination.
Oh, it's goats.
Goats?
Do you believe in goats? Thank you, Michael, for that.
Yes.
We're not going to play Roblox, Michael. You guys might know this. I had to Google it to see what she was talking about. This is from Hind. Did we figure out how to say her name last?
No, I don't
I'm
think we
sorry.
did.
I'm sorry. They even commented that I was gonna butcher their name last time. Hi
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So
they did.
Death Cure just came out. What do you guys think about it? If you haven't watched it yet, I 100% recommend watch it. But make sure you have seen the first two films. Have a good night. Thank you. I haven't seen it.
Did you read the
I haven't
books?
either.
I haven't read the books. No.
Did you read the books, Van? So I can't talk about this? Okay, anyways,
I mean,
it's really
go
good.
on.
Me just starts ranting, but no, I love Thomas Brody Sangster, who plays one of the characters. He's the one that looks like he's like 17 still or 18.
Is he the one
And
that
he's,
played
like, funny.
Ferb?
Yeah.
Yep, him, the British dude. He's
And he was in Game of Thrones.
yeah, Game of Thrones.
And
I
Love
love him.
Actually.
Yes, he was a little boy. And aren't they remaking that?
They're making another one. They're not remaking it. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but he's
I'm
so
I'm
cute.
excited for that. I watch a movie every Christmas. So
I've never
Okay.
seen it.
you should totally watch it. Here's a
know.
fun game. Since you've never seen Love Actually, go ahead and tell me the plot line of Love Actually.
I actually haven't seen it either.
Wait, how?
You have to
Okay.
just make it up. This is our new segment. It's called What Have You Watched This Week? And I watched Love Actually. So tell me about Love Actually, Corn.
Okay, Van, you gotta help me out here. We gotta create this storyline together.
Mm-hmm.
So, all I know, the only character I know that is in Love Actually is Thomas Brody Sangster, and I know he was a little boy in it.
Yeah, but he's the main character, right?
I guess, I'm assuming. I mean, I probably not, but like, so I'm gonna say he's the main character. I did see a photo one time of him like kissing like a little girl in it. I think that happens. Maybe not. I don't know. But so I just think he like just needed to find some love and I don't know. This is
He
weird.
just actually needed to find love. Actually.
He actually needed to find love. The only people in it are those two people. There's nobody else in it at all.
Yeah, it was a really small cast.
It's
It's
just
known for
Thomas.
how it's actually known for how very few people are in that movie.
Yeah. So like
Mhm.
literally just him and that girl, they live in a world once you there.
Yep.
And they found each other somehow. Love Actually.
Okay, so Love Actually, as we know, is known from what you say, Corn, for having one of the smallest casts in movie history, right?
Yeah,
Does it
yeah,
have
of
one
course.
of the largest.
Let me
casts?
just
No,
read
yeah,
off
I'm
some of the
pretty sure,
cast
yeah.
members in this movie. Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Liam Neeson, Andrew Lincoln, who is in Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, Bill Nighy, Thomas Brody Sings. Sir, what's his last name? It's cut off.
Thomas Brody Sangster.
Yeah, Emma Thompson, Alan Rickman, Rowan Atkinson. Just all these. Laura Linney.
Yeah, but I thought they
Martin
just all
Freeman.
played inanimate objects in the movie. Like
Yeah, it's like Beauty and the Beast, but they don't talk and they never become human
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. So I just assumed that they were the only two in it, and then everybody else, like they had so many people in it, like everything you see is a person. So like they had to paint people, they couldn't move.
Yeah, they
Like-
were all fully nude too. It was just really good paint.
It's just
Yeah, really good
extras.
paint. Like even the sky, like they had to like hang people from like cranes, like
Yeah, a lot of them were dead. They died up there.
They died up
It's
there.
a horrible
they still
movie.
never
It
took
was a
them
very
out.
expensive movie to produce. So the fact that they're getting like they're gonna make a new one, same director, same kind of image. Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
need to
I'm looking
protest
forward to
Some
it.
dead people hanging from the
Yeah,
sky.
they've been pulling people out of graves. There's a mountain scene this time, so they're actually building a mountain of corpses.
Of dead
Oh.
people.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we got an email from Rhonda. Hi. She says hi.
Rhonda!
Yeah, this
Hi,
is my
Rhonda.
mother. Hi. I'm a big fan. Love your show. I have only one problem. Last week you guys did not talk about Arthur's mom Rhonda at all. Still a big fan.
I'm so sorry. Rhonda.
Because okay, so I always bring her up, right? And that was like a
Yeah.
running joke, but then I was like maybe that's weird and I shouldn't do it anymore. And so I didn't last week. I kind of made a conscious effort not to. And apparently she actually is still listening and watching our shows. So sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Rhonda.
Also sorry that you weren't our first guest and Van was. It was because she just bullied her way onto our show.
Okay, well, if you want me to leave, I'll just
No, it's
leave
cool. You're already
right
here.
now.
Why
No,
not?
no, don't go.
No,
Vanessa.
we'll wait. Let's do like a special episode with my mom where we're like something like we only talk about like one specific thing or something. I don't know. We'll talk
That'd be
about
cool, though.
desserts.
Oh my
um,
god.
Speaking of
Yes.
desserts, that's it for the emails. By the way, thank you everybody that sent in an email.
Thank you.
I mean, we're always doing this Saturday night, so you can email up until Saturday night, or even as we're doing this, you can also comment in the live stream chat, the Rogue Arthur Twitch television.
Yes.
But our email address is cornandarthur@gmail.com. So thank you very much.
Oh, you didn't mess it up this time. I'm so proud of you.
I didn't. I'm trying to save time. We're gonna run over. We have so many things that we still need to do in this episode.
We do.
Not really. So that was our emails. Thank you for sending an email. Do we have any advice columns? Anything that Van, did you
Yes.
prepare for this episode or anything?
I didn't even know I was
Check.
gonna be here.
Yes, there is one.
Oh, you have one. Okay.
This was found via very, very,
Sorry, you cut
I
out.
don't,
Huh?
our very, very lovely Van.
Oh,
I don't,
you
I
did
don't-
find one.
Yeah,
No, it's not there.
I
It's
don't think we ever read this one. If we did,
Let's-
tell me. But
no.
Oh, okay. So do you want me to read this one or do you want to read it?
it's up to you.
I feel like I've talked a lot this episode, so go ahead. Either of you
Okay.
two can read it. I don't care.
Van, do you want to read it?
That's a hard
I'll
no.
be reading that stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
you
well,
can't
yeah.
be reading that stuff. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to read the title till after. So it says, Dear Meredith, my husband is cheating on me, and I didn't even have to snoop on him to find out. I found him sneaking around to see her. Coworkers and others have seen them together. He's handed me his phone in the past to show me something that he thought was amusing, and while I was looking at it, messages from her have come up asking when they're going to meet. I have challenged him in past with all of this, and he always likes to deny it until I give him time/date/witness. Then it's the usual I don't want to lose you line. Because of where our kids were in school when this started, I didn't want to uproot them and cause chaos in their lives, but now they are grown and should be able to handle a divorce better than before. The catalyst now is I found his secret stash of Viagra. I had found one before in his vehicle after he told me to get something for him while looking for some other medicine. He doesn't use it for us, trust me. He's told me that he's tried another type of medicine and it didn't work. True, so there was no sense in trying anything else. And just 2 weeks before this, he again gave me that line of I don't want to lose you when I asked how often he sees this woman on the weekends. My question is, what do you and the readers think would be the best way to tell him I found his stash? I thought about flushing it down the toilet, but I don't want to add to all the stuff that is already in our water supply. I thought about selling it on Craigslist, serving it to him with dinner, or mailing it to his sweetie or her husband. Damn. He's due to go on a business trip in a couple weeks, and while he's gone, I plan on meeting with the lawyer so I can start getting my financials in order and I look for a place to live. Once he's back, we'll have the talk and I will start building my life over. Finished. It was called I Found the Viagra.
I don't know what
What would you do in this situation?
Yeah.
What would I do? Okay. I don't know. I feel like you. I think it's better to be level-headed,
Mm.
and just move on. You know, like giving it like so serving it to him so then he has one that lasts for longer than 4 hours or whatever makes him go to the hospital. Like that's just more medical bills, and then when you take half his money, there's less money for you to take.
Yeah.
So and it makes arbitration harder because you did something like kind of you drugged them basically.
Mhm.
Don't flush it. That's horrible. Don't ever flush any medication down your toilet. Take it to a local pharmacy and they'll dispose of it. You're in a responsible way.
Mhm.
Don't sell it. That's illegal. Just take it to a pharmacy. Get rid of it while he's gone. Get your shit together and be done with it. I think sometimes that's it's more effective and what's the word I'm thinking of trying to say, but like it's more noticeable. It affects the other person more when you just take the high road and just
When you don't give a reaction.
mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, definitely. Like sometimes I think it depends on what is done. I mean, in this case, I can understand the anger. Like it's been going on, but it's been going on for a while. So like, it's not like she had just found out, so she would have just reacted. Like this is kind of like premeditated. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, it looks a bit weird to
yeah. Like if she would have just been like, okay, like literally just found out and then went off, it would be more like, okay, you went a little crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like
mhm.
emotions happen. People sometimes can't control them, which like bad, but it would have been more like, okay, get it. But now it's like it's been how long? You've said things to him like you both know like come on, just divorce him, take his money and leave.
Yeah. Hopefully you didn't sign a prenup.
I hope so.
I mean, there's like a moral thing there too where like do you notify the his mistress's husband? Like it's weird. Do you like because you don't like purposely like ruin her life, right? Because it seems petty and it seems like you're trying to get back, but at the same time, uh, my moral code would say somebody is being slighted, so I feel like I should let them know because they're unaware of the fact that they're being like jerked around or walked all over or whatever. So like,
Mm.
hey, this is happening. Out. What do you what do you do there?
I don't, it's hard.
Yeah. So what's good old Mary Dith say?
Meredith, okay.
I'm excited to hear
She
this.
says,
It's good that
"Do
the
not." Oh, go on.
I was gonna say it's good that the kids are all grown and out of there, and so I mean, even when kids are in there, like it is rough, but definitely like it's kind of a thing. Like my parents got divorced when I was in like third grade, and
Mm.
it is kind of a weird thing. But I think my parents did a really good job of kind of kind of transforming the whole dynamic and everything and how stuff worked. It ended up being better than when they were married. In all honesty, so everybody's different, but I guess it's always a major concern, but I think sometimes we don't give kids enough credit to be able to kind of
Yeah.
to comprehend. It might take them a longer time, or it's going to be a different transition, but I think we don't give them enough credit. Anyway, what's Meredith say?
Okay. Yeah, real quick, I
Sorry.
was gonna say I think kids are more like empathetic too, like
Yeah.
than if it was more like a teenager. I think kids kind of are like more passive about things,
hmm
and depending on what it is, obviously, because some kids,
Kids are more empathetic. Yeah, they're less
yeah,
up their own ass. Where like teenagers are just douchebags. Like they don't care about anybody but themselves. Having been a teenager, I know.
same,
Not
yeah,
a
like
lie. So
Yeah.
Van, we don't count you, but
why?
because
Okay.
you're like one of the most mature people I know. Like it's like
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that because I was a teenager like a few months ago.
I mean, you're technically still a teenager, like like it's okay.
Yeah.
I literally was a teenager last year, so like I get it. But
Same.
Meredith, yes. Meredith says, "Do not waste your creative energy on a bottle of Viagra. Sure, you could come up with 1,000 ways to tell him you found it, but then what? It's actually a lot of work to sell something on Craigslist. Serving the bottle with dinner means you have to make dinner. Mailing it means spending money on postage, and you're right about the water supply. Let's not mess with the plumbing. At this point, focus on your real next steps, which include getting that lawyer and finding a new place to live. It's going to take extra time and brain power to build a new life. Plan to use all of your resources to get out of the house. Also, use some of your energy to prepare for another. I don't want to lose you speech. Because he probably has one or two prepared. You need to be able to explain that the found bottle of Viagra is one of the many reasons it's time to move on. Even if he has a legitimate reason for possessing the pill bottle, it's too late. The trust is already gone. Meredith.
Meredith, just give me your job. I know, like, I basically said that, but better, right? And I
Yeah.
actually know the real reason why you don't dump pills, not because of your plumbing, you dipshit, Meredith.
Meredith,
I get an email from Meredith next week. Don't call me a
Meredith's
dipshit.
just like, yeah, don't read my letters.
And then she
ever
starts
again.
diagnosing me and gets into my stuff. I'm like, no,
Yeah,
leave me
like
alone.
you literally like just from watching like
The
you talk
7
for 2 minutes.
episodes.
She doesn't even watch an entire
Oh.
episode. She hears you talk for like 5 minutes and starts listing everything off, and you're just like, Meredith, please, this is too much.
She completely figures me out, blocks me, and then just goes
Oh my
at
God.
me.
Yeah, that's really funny, Meredith.
Well, thank you, Meredith. Thanks for reading that out, Corn, and hopefully good old Viagra dude gets his comeuppance.
He better. I'll find
Karma,
him.
I don't know. Karma's weird. I think it's kind of a thing, but kind of don't. I don't want to believe in things, but I sort of feel like there are things.
Yeah, because last night you made fun of me and almost what happened to you? You got did you choke or something right after you made fun of me? Like something happened.
Yeah, I don't remember, or I hurt myself. So I don't remember what happened. I don't know. I was probably who knows.
I don't know.
You choked on the protein shake.
Oh, yeah, it was
You
disgusting.
You made fun of me and then you choked, and I was like, that's literal insta karma.
Oh, that protein shake, just thinking about it, was so gross and so lumpy and slimy and nasty.
Good
Ugh.
Sounds delicious.
The pains I have to go through to look like this.
Why are you like
I don't know. Why am I like this? Okay. What's going on this coming week with Shal? What you guys got going on?
trying to see what the dates are for this week.
Or
I have work.
college.
College.
Oh yeah, Van.
But
So
depend, like, based on your schedule though, it's not horrible. How are those online
Yeah,
classes going?
Well, it's only one of them. It's 3 hours long.
how is it
Mondays.
though?
Mondays, 3
Um,
hours. But at least you can stay home, right? No, you
It's
have
right after my other class.
Oh, so you have to sit on campus and do it?
I mean, last week I was listening to it on the way home.
Hey, that
Yeah, I
works
mean,
though.
you can do
Yeah.
that. It's an online class. You don't technically have to be at school.
That's actually kind of better in a way because you're not wasting time at home and you're not wasting time at school. You're like literally you'd have to travel anyway, so you're getting some of it out of the way there. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
But, like,
good.
I can't take notes.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm. I mean, are you more of a take note learner or like a you hear things and it's like okay, you grasp?
Kind of both, but more like listening things and like redoing them. But
Yeah.
Repetition. My whole study thing would be like I would go and take notes originally,
Mhm.
and then I'd go I would just blank it out like right afterwards, and then like the night before the test I'd make a pot of coffee at like 9 and stay up all night and rewrite all my notes, and I would put it all in my short-term memory, and I would be able to like photographically remember what I had just written and dump it all onto the page, and then it was gone. Yeah, and I'd get like A's and that was like, so mind you, that was only for like the stupid classes like chemistry and things that I knew I would never use again. Like, so I didn't really bother to actually learn it. I mean, I still remember some of it, but it's just like that stuff that I knew I was never going to use. It was just a gen ed, and I could get through it, get it done, and just get done with it. That's how I did it. Anything else that I was actually interested in, I didn't have a problem. I never studied, and I just sucked
Yeah,
it up.
because like
Yeah.
when you're interested in things, it's so much easier to learn about it.
And my degree was more practical. Like I was hands on, so it was more like being judged on things versus graded.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Can't tell you one thing I learned from college.
Yeah, it's college. I wish I would have gone to like a 2-year school, like a associate's degree before I went to a big university. I think I would have saved a lot more money and figured out. I wouldn't have spent as much time because I ended up having to take 5 years and
Which
switched my
there's
major
nothing
like
wrong
3
with that
times.
though. But there's nothing wrong with that. Like I think there's
Well,
such a stigma.
what's wrong with it is
Money and time.
this student loan bill.
Well, yeah, okay, but I mean like stigma wise, like there's such like a stigma
No,
to
yeah,
finish school before like in the
man,
4 year span, which like people can take their time. Like some people go back to school at like 40 and find out what they want to do. Like I just don't
exactly.
understand. Like that
When's
makes me so
everybody
mad.
gonna get over the fact that nobody cares what anybody else does?
Yeah, like
Do
there are some
do
people
you
that
on your own time? Who cares? You're comfortable with it. You're being responsible. Whatever.
yeah.
Doesn't bother me. I mean, the old people in my classes are always the people that raised their hands and asked questions and responded to answers and answered questions. But at the same time, I was learning because they were doing that. They were getting the questions I wanted answered. So they were just
Because
annoying.
they
But I also have social anxiety and I didn't want to raise my hand. So yeah. I was kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thankful for it
no.
at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially
Social
then. If I could go back and do college now, I think it would be incredible experience for me.
Yeah, like I feel like everybody has that time where like you just need I think growing up has a lot to do with it too. Like
Hmm.
you're a little older, you just cuz kids are immature, you know? Like kids even like college kids, they're so immature. Like they're probably more mature than high schoolers cuz like they're off on their own, they don't really know what they're doing. Like
Yeah, they're kind of like
obviously,
they let loose. Yeah.
yeah, and they like I when I went to my college, all they did was party. And that's all they did. Like they were these rich kids that partied, and I did not fit in there because I'm not a rich kid and I'm not a partier. So I like those like I lived on a floor where I was very uncomfortable because I think they kind of knew I didn't really have money, and they would kind of like say comments when I would walk past because I never would go in there. And I remember thinking about to beat these bitches up, but like
And
I
I
think it's
remember
just
thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
yeah, I think like a lot of people deal with that and a lot of people realize it's like do your thing. You're going to have people in life who don't like what you do for reasons that they're usually just jealous or they have their own issues with themselves. So you
Yeah.
got to just do what you like.
75% of the time it's projection when somebody has an issue with something. Yeah. Well, so just more school then, Van. School, Minecraft probably.
Or-
Uh
You're going to grief all the
Thanks
bases.
for exposing me like that.
Corn, what you got going on? Just work.
Yeah. I might be going later this month. I don't know.
To where you cut out? What?
To Florida?
You may be going to Florida?
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I don't know.
I definitely recommend the Showcase of Citrus. If you're in that area.
Where is that?
I think it's called Claremont, Florida. It's
What major city?
it's
is
near
it near?
Orlando.
Oh, well, yeah, that's where we would go.
It's like 45 minutes out, but
Me just, bye, mom, dad. I'm
you
just
can
going
ride
to
you can
Claremont.
literally ride a monster truck through a swamp. It's really cool.
Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about now.
That's cool
What?
though. So that's later on this month in February then?
Yeah, maybe. It's not set in stone, but like they want to go. So like I'm like, okay. And maybe we'll go to Disney.
Disney is okay. Are the kids going with you? Well, that's actually probably more fun because honestly, I think it's Disney's one of those places. Like I remember having a lot of fun when I was a kid when I went. As an
Mhm.
adult, it's still cool, but I think it'd be more fun if you had like kids that you gave a shit about with you and you could experience their fun that they're having. I think it would make it more fun for
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I mean, I still have fun going cuz like they have like I like Space Mountain, like things
Yeah.
like that. Like that's a fun ride. Like Splash Mountain's fun. I love going on Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
Good ride, the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Hmm.
So like there's some things that like I get excited about, obviously like there are some things that I'm like, what is the point? But like, I feel like going to Disney is kind of like just letting your inner child out. Like,
Mhm.
you're just like, oh my god, I'm at Disney. Like, it's fun. And if we go to VidCon, we all can go to Disney. I'm sorry, I'm
I
excited.
wouldn't mind going to Disneyland. I haven't been. That sounds fun.
Van, you've been, right?
Well, maybe
Twice. Yeah.
I
Listen.
literally have an amusement park like right next to my house, like literally right next to my house, and I never go.
The closest one here is Six Flags in New Jersey. And that's the one, King Ka, that I was too short to ride the one time I went last. Listen, don't judge me. I'll be tall enough to ride it when I go next. I just need someone to go with me.
We're platforms. What do
That'll
I
be like take your shoes off.
probably? I don't have much going on this week. I start my new store on Wednesday. I'm off the next 3 days. So I have that. Just kind of scary.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I
What you
know.
gonna
It's
do,
just
play Minecraft.
huh? Yeah, I'll probably
What
play
you
some
gonna-
Minecraft between now and then.
Lots of Minecraft.
Maybe I need to finish.
Let's expose you.
I'm almost finished with the project that I'm working on, and then I probably won't play very much anymore unless I pick up a new project. I'm sorry, I'm
I
playing with the
mean-
ball, not doing anything weird. I'm like over here.
I wasn't thinking anything weird.
I just noticed myself in the camera and I freaked out a little bit. Because it looks weird. Tomorrow I'm going to a dinner party. We're making some fun. It's not Friendsgiving, okay? This is a really big point. So people always say, let's have Friendsgiving, where it's just friends instead of family. Are you giving your friends to somebody? I don't get it. No, it's called
Babe.
thanks friending. I'm gonna thank my friends for being my friends. Have a dinner party. It's thanks friending, not Friendsgiving.
That's so
So
sweet.
you're not giving friends. That's stupid. Unless you're giving a box set of the classic '90s hit television show Friends. I'm mad.
You just start going off over Friendsgiving, like really angry.
Just like the next, we're already 20 minutes over, and like I just go like 30 minutes longer to just bitch
just
about Friends.
ranting.
Then I start talking about episodes of Friends. Are you okay over there? Is that an earthquake?
No,
Um,
my hand just like moved the thing. I'm so sorry. We don't get earthquakes here.
we do sometimes.
Like, yeah,
We're over here like I get a earthquake sometimes. How many have you experienced, Van?
One like this year.
More than me.
I don't know.
I've only experienced one. There's a fault line way in southern Missouri, and I was at school, which is in central Missouri. And I thought my roommate was shaking my bed. It was like a bunk, but it was like unbunked, so there was two separate beds. And I was just like, "You dick, leave me alone," because he would like get mad at me when I would skip classes and stuff. But and then I realized like it was like pretty violent shaking, and I woke up and he wasn't around. I was like, that was weird. I went back to sleep. And then later on, they were like, "Oh yeah, they had an earthquake," and it was like you could feel it everywhere. And I was like, "Oh, because I never felt that before. It's interesting."
Yeah, I think
Terrifying.
the closest fault line is probably like southern Missouri. Like, there's none over here, or like the middle of the ocean.
Yeah,
We don't get anything like that. We get like hurricanes and snowstorms.
tornadoes now
Nor'easters.
too. Weren't there tornadoes there like a while, like within the last few years? That's really bizarre.
Yeah, we had tornado over in Glencoe, which is like closer to the city.
Hmm.
So, like, we rarely get them. They're super rare, but we've had like tornado warnings, which like scares me because I've never had one. So I'm like,
Yeah.
hello?
We like tornadoes are just a common thing. Like I think I shared a meme once where it was like Kermit or somebody like sitting up in bed and there's like tornado sirens like blaring, and then it's like them like just back asleep. Like because you literally like we literally just go whatever, let them take us, because while tornadoes are scary, the likely like even if one touches down, it'll take like a few houses, but it's not going to destroy like a giant area. So like the chances even of you getting hit by a tornado are still pretty rare if
Yeah.
the like if one touches down. So it's like, just
Yeah.
all right. Well, just let it take it. Let's just let it take me. I don't give a shit.
You're like, you know what? If it hits my house on that slim chance, it's my time.
I know, but it is really terrifying. My mom, she survived like a tornado and stuff. Like, was in the basement, ripped her whole house up, and yeah,
Oh my god.
the stories that she tells about like where the stuff ended up and like what was still standing is like she apparently like a china cabinet was still just stood there in the middle of the floor,
China
like
cabinet.
yeah, and like wasn't broken at all. Like, and then their like clothes were like ripped out of their dressers and like in gardens like 2 blocks down, like under the dirt, like just weird stuff.
Oh my.
And like
oh my god.
you'll see pictures of like tornadoes like putting like poles like like 2x4s through poles and stuff, like the wind for it's crazy. Anyway, tornadoes are awesome. If I would go to
yeah.
school for meteorology, I think it'd be cool.
That would be cool. I could see you just like over there, like they would have to move the camera up when you're doing the weather, just like slowly go. And you're like, hello, everybody. But you said something about people just turning over and going back to bed or whatever.
Mm.
In college, I lived in a dorm that was like 20 stories high, and I lived on the 18th floor. So, college, you have a lot of fire alarms because people are setting them off for stupid things.
Hmm.
So,
My dorm, we had a sandwich maker, a Paula Deen sandwich maker, which we set up.
Dean
Paula
on a
Deen,
trampoline.
Paula Deen. It literally like made eggs, like cooked Canadian bacon, like toasted an English muffin, and melted cheese, like all in one.
That's cool.
It was contraband. We weren't technically supposed to have it, but yeah, things like that would like smoke up and set off alarms.
So what we would do, we're bad people. If I was in my room, I would just hide in the closet. And it was like, if it's a real fire alarm, I'm dead.
Hear
But
that?
like, we would. That's a metaphor for my life. But no, we were so bad. Like they would knock on our doors to make sure people were out, and we would just be like, "Stay quiet!" Like we would just not go down, act like we were at class or just not at the dorm. And I one time called my mom. She was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like in the closet, just like, "Oh, there's a fire alarm." And she's like, "But you're in the dark." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm in the closet." She was like, "You're so stupid. I'm gonna come up there and smack you." 'Cause you know my mom. She just
Yeah.
roasts me.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Well, friends, it's probably close to time. Actually, we've been streaming for about an hour and a half. We're so over. Okay, well there's 2 of us normally, and we do 60 minutes. So now naturally, if there's 3 of us, we do 180. 90 minutes.
You look like
Random.
you look like you got possessed by a ghost.
I was possessed by the ghost of mathematics.
I need to leave.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching Corn and Arthur Late Night Chat Time. Thank you, Vanessa, for joining us, even though
Thank
you
you,
bullied
man.
your
This
way
was
in
fun.
and we didn't have a choice. Join us every Saturday night at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, and 7 o'clock Pacific Time.
You did that so well.
I'm getting good at this. Email us at cornandarthur@gmail.com.
Yes.
Watch every Saturday at twitch.tv/theroguearthur. I did that wrong. It's actually .tv. And these will go up on YouTube tomorrow or whenever I finally get it uploaded. But that's my YouTube channel, youtube.com/theroguearthur. We're done here. I'm gonna eat some more Takis.
Ooh.
All right. Any parting words? No. Okay. Well,
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for
thank
watching.
you guys who were in the chat. I know I wasn't reading it very much, but you guys were just quoting Jake Paul, and I was about to open up on you guys. So you're lucky
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Let me just
you
slowly dip out of frame.
Everyone just
Where's the stop recording button?
Oh, I guess it's just me.